Cheers
to living your best life.
I'm Tracy Donald.
And I'm Bev Boone. And we didn't drink.
Oh, oops.
Bad luck if you don't drink after you cheers.
And look someone in the eye.
She taught me that.
You don't even want to know what happens if you don't look them in the eye. So this episode is an episode all about Bev and I sharing our version of living your best life with you. And so I'll get started. Living my best life is definitely something that when I think of this whole idea, the word gratitude is what Bev and I both agreed is a huge part of it. So, you know, being grateful for what you have and always striving to have more is never a bad thing. So, you know, I have 3 kids who turned into 5 last year when we had 2 weddings within 6 months.
Cha-ching.
Right. And then of course, you know, first comes love, then comes marriage, then yep, you got it. Comes the baby in the baby carriage, going to be a grandma in January.
Wow.
Cannot wait. So excited. We have a baby girl coming. And so living my best life, obviously my family is a huge part of that. I have an amazing husband who has been a huge supporter in my life and business. And, you know, I work out, try to work out every day. Bev and I both have a shared passion at O2 Fuel, one of Sarnia's best gyms, where we go and get our workout on every day to try and just get physical and, you know, stay active.
Healthy. To be
healthy.
Promote health, yes.
Absolutely.
Which is a huge part. Without health, what do we have?
Nothing. That's right. I mean, and that's the whole thing. My husband and I were like, look, if we don't get healthy, we're not going to be here for our children's children. And that was a big thing for us, right? So, you know, living your best life is, it's really just striving to be the best version of yourself. And we said in the last video, by no means have we nailed it. You know, it's a work in progress. That's why I'm so happy to be working with this powerhouse, because, you know, you tend to bring the best out of each other, right? And it's always fun to have some competition, and not like competition in the way of like, I'm going to beat you. Right. Competition in the way of just holding each other accountable and having fun.
Right.
That's what it's all about.
From O2 to doing our videos and motivating each other to keep this up and looking for the best things that we can give.
That's right.
So for me, I have 2 sons. One is married, one is engaged and about to be married. They're both on their own and adults. They don't live in Sarnia, so I always look forward to when they come home. Yes. And anybody who knows me knows that there's Jimmy. And I'm really grateful this year that he just became a Canadian resident. We had a big party and had some fun. We're still going to do the snowbird thing. He'll go back to Florida for a few months and then back here. So it's kind of working, and that is slowly becoming what makes me living my best life between my kids and him as well. So yeah, between a great job and doing something that I'm passionate about and I love, and I do love what I do. A few years ago, and this is kind of a funny little story, I went through a rough spot with work, and I you know, had gone through some big life things, I guess, with the death of a spouse, which is just about 10 years. And it takes a toll on you, and I just kind of got in a slump with work, and I reached out to another realtor, and she made the point of falling in love with what you do, and you need to fall in love with real estate again. And it hit me like a ton of bricks, and I thought, you know what, she's right. I don't love this anymore. And I really started there, and that kept, you know, resonating and ringing in my head. And now I'm at a place where I honestly can say that I do love what I do. I feel the passion. I enjoy it every day. I get to help so many people, and that definitely adds to living my best life. I think I've come full circle with that. Well,
and it's part and parcel with the word gratitude, which is kind of, you know, the theme of today's episode, living your best life and being grateful. Because I always say, you know, if we're not grateful for the things that we have, we're not going to be given more blessings. And it's the truth. Yeah. You have to, you know, sometimes we have to stop and look at our circumstances and see, okay, what is it that's dragging me down?
We all can take the negative, right? We all can look at it and think, oh, well, this happened, or this is going on, or there's something chirping in the background. We all can do that.
I always say, if you spoke to your friends and family the way that the voice in between your ears speaks to you, you would have no one. because, and it's the truth. We are so hard on ourselves in that chatter, and you can change that. You can change that. And a little trick I'll share is when I'm trying to change a behavior or a habit, which there's many, I will wear an elastic band. And when I have that chitter chatter that's like, you can't do that. What are you thinking? You're not good enough for that. Then you'll pull the band. And I promise you this, you only have to pull that band a few times before you're like, oh, why do I keep doing this? And then eventually you train your brain to stop going to the negative and look for the positive, because there's two choices. You can look for the negative, you can look for the positive in any situation. And so, you know, that's just a little trick that I'll share.
And I find the same thing with mine. I mean, obviously our experiences are family and work. So with my work, this year has been amazing, and I started off the year feeling so grateful for everything. And then as the summer kind of approached and Jimmy came and life kind of settled in, I was losing that oomph of that everyday feeling, that bubbling gratitude. And it's so funny, I made a conscious effort to kind of look for that again, and it totally works. Like, it turns your life around. So it's just finding little things, from weather to you know, the nice day, or the ability to go to the beach, or maybe it's a bubble bath, or whatever it might be for you that you know, can bring about gratitude or something to be grateful for. Sometimes it could be a good meal or good friends.
That's right. Absolutely. Yeah. And you know, one of my mentors, I had a mentor named Muzaffer, who have a mentor, my name is Offer actually, who is brilliant in bringing this full circle. And he has two beautiful little girls who he's done a fantastic job of teaching the whole idea of gratitude. And every day before the whole family goes to bed, and this was taught to our community in my business, is you think of, you know, your list of what you're grateful for.
Recap your day.
Recap your day. What are you grateful for? What could you do better tomorrow? Because every day, you know, we set goals and we have plans and aspirations, and, you know, maybe you don't hit them, but it doesn't mean you're failing. You just reset and do it again tomorrow. And so I love that he shared that with me, and I actually have a gratitude journal now that I journal in. Start my day off with my list of to-dos and end my day with what I'm grateful for. And
my
it's
coaches
really
all
amazing.
suggest that same thing, and it really does work.
Yeah,
and what
does.
you're grateful for, or what your goals are even, and things that you're looking to aspire to, are totally different than mine, and mine are totally different than yours. So you don't have to measure up to anyone else's standards, but just dig deep and find the things that you're most grateful for. And I think, just to wrap it up there, we can say that definitely gratitude brings living your best life.
Living your best life.
Look me in the eye.
Ooh. Again.